fly with. If heaven had a height, she would be that tall. Exceed that far. You see my scars. I see your.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of Talks and Thoughts with Swords. So, today's topic will be, obviously, if you picked up from the intro song, Tall Girls Matter. Tall girls matter, tall girls matter. We fucking matter. We are the fucking shit, basically. When I was born, I was above 0.5 meters. I was more than 50 centimeters. The doctor told my mom, he told my mom, listen, this girl is going to be very tall. She is above 0.5, so best believe she's going to be tall. I am 1.84. I measured this 2 years ago. I haven't grown though. I can see that I haven't grown. However, to my ID, I'm 1.86. So it depends on you if you want to use my ID height or my actual height. I don't mind either. It's just, the point is it's above 1.8. And if you are below 1.8, I'm sorry, but you cannot relate to this podcast. It's actually very difficult to get to the point of being a tall girl and fully embracing your height and the critique that comes with your height, the looks that come with your height, the arguments that come with your height, the short men that are attached with your height. Oh my god, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, but I'm gonna break it down for you, all of it, so you get to know and finally understand what runs in the mind of a goddess, of a tall, beautiful woman. I actually never felt tall growing up until I went to school, primary school, and I was always in the back of every photo. Because, you know, school photos, the tall people are always at the back and the short people are sitting on the chairs in the front. In every year, I was always at the back, always at the back, always at the back. But I truly embraced my tallness, or I came to the realization, but I'm actually really tall in grade 5. That's when I realized, okay, I'm actually taller than everyone. I'm bigger than the normal girls. I'm bigger than my friends. Like, why? I'm even bigger than the boys. Like, what's going on, you know? I was insecure about it. I used to crouch, just so I could be a bit shorter, because I also had big boobs, so I also used to hide my boobs. That was a way to hide my big boobs and make myself a bit shorter. And my mom always used to tell me, my mom and my aunt used to scold me every time I would crouch my back, because they'd be like, no, don't do that, you're gonna get a hunchback when you're older, you're gonna look horrible, your posture. So they always used to force me to fix my posture, which I'm thankful for, because I have a great posture today. Everywhere you go, you hear the same repeated phrases. How's the sky up there? Do you play basketball? Are you good at sports? What sports do you do? Oh my goodness, can you reach up there for me? Can you do this for me? Wow, you're so tall. What do you eat? What makes you so big? Oh my goodness, I want my daughter to be as tall as you. I want my son to be as tall as you. And you're just like, yeah, nigga, I'm tall as shit, nigga, what now? You know, that's always been my attitude towards it. And you have the same answers every single time. No, I don't play basketball. Haha, it's better up here than down there. No, I'll reach this for you. Oh, I don't play volleyball. I don't even laugh anymore. Like, I used to be nice and laugh at them, you know, just because I know it's you're trying to create a conversation. But now I don't even laugh. I'm just gonna look at you like, nigga with your short ass. What? Cons of being a tall girl. It's actually more exterior facts. It's kind of weird, but it's actually the exterior, the outside world that brings us down. It's the outside world that makes us doubt ourselves. It's the outside world that awakens our insecurities, basically. The insecurities within us that we didn't even know. For example, I've never been shy to wear heels, but I meet people and they're like, oh my god, why are you wearing heels? You're already so tall. Now you're really tall. Why would you want to be that tall? I'm sorry. I'm 1.84, and when I put on heels, I become 1.89. I'm so sorry that I get that influx. I'm sorry that you become 1.6 when you're 1.55. I'm really sorry. It's not my fault at all, darling. One of the cons of being tall, shopping. Oh my goodness. Shopping is one of the worst things, because you find a nice top It'll sit great on your chest down, but then the arms are too short. If the arms are not too short, it doesn't cover your torso. Finding jeans and finding leggings. That's why I wear so many leggings, because leggings are the easiest thing to wear. Because jeans, I don't find jeans at all. Jeans, they're always too short for me. It's like a lachox, cover my knees but don't touch my ankles. And if it's not a lachox, it doesn't fit you by your waist. It's too big. So the longer it is, the bigger the waist is, and now you're just looking like you just lost 10 kgs. Honestly, it's not fair. So leggings are a safe option because they stretch. They're able to stretch. But there's a time Edgar's had, I think it was in 2012 until 2014, they literally had a tall section, and then I lived my best life. I had jeans finally that fit me perfectly. I got this, I got tops, I was living my best life. I was like, yes, this is how life should be. We need a tall section in shops, guys. I'm sorry, but if we're gonna make this height thing work, we need a tall section. Every shop should have a tall section. It's only fair because everything is longer for us. So our bodies aren't really the same as other people because we are taller. It's proportionate to our height, but it's not proportionate to the average height or the average body size, Another con is you seem less feminine when you're tall because you're not that curvy and you're not shorter than the boys. And the boys are obviously intimidated by your height. So then they think you just become automatically one of the bros. It's actually weird because you're seen as less feminine. Other women also see you as less feminine. You look manly. Taller people usually just have leaner bodies. It's just how it is. You have a straight body. And unless you're those gifted people that are curvy as fuck, and so then yes, queen, do your thing. But some of us, we are just blanks, basically. We are just a blank, and it's that. But it's okay. I don't mind. I'm still a beautiful blank. It's not that deep. Another con, I would say, being tall is it's finding another tall person.
Shit is complex like short niggas round tall ladies.
Like, for example, you go out and you're walking in town and you see this really tall guy, but he's with this really short girl, and you're like, what is wrong with me? Why are you with this really short girl? You could be with me and you don't have to break your back like that. She doesn't have to fucking get on a fucking pedestal just to kiss you. I'm here to give you some good tall ass loving. And let's be honest, tall couples look so beautiful. When I'm in town and I see a tall couple, it just gives me hope because I'm like, oh my goodness, tall guys can actually like another tall girl, And I've also met a couple of tall men who really hate their height because it's just like, it's horrible standing out, but I love it. I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm looking for Mr. Tall. Or that has always been my stance. I've always been looking for Mr. Tall. I want someone that's 1.9 and up. 1.95, but I'll settle for 1.9 and up. That's my ideal height for my Mr. Tall. And honestly, height doesn't matter. Tall women, we don't care about height, honestly speaking. However, I have a limit though. I'm not going to date a nigga that's 1.5. I'll date a nigga, the shortest I can go is 1.7. That's the shortest I can go. And that's maybe shortest for squeezing. Not necessarily dating, but just to squeeze. But if we must date and become boyfriend and girlfriend, I think 1.8. The problem with height, it comes from the man. It usually comes from the man. The man feels intimidated because when you go out, society's here and then, oh my God, she's the man in the relationship because she's the taller one and she's bigger than you, and you start feeling insecure because you never found a problem with it before, but now that other people find a problem with it, you're like, oh, maybe I should also find a problem with it too, and it makes you feel insecure. And it's usually from the guy's end. Us women, we don't care. I mean, when we speak to our other girls and they'll be like, but he's not even taller than you. Do you like that? And girl, when it comes to sex, we're all the same size. Like that saying is so fucking true because I've been with guys that are shorter than me as well as guys that are taller than me. It is better with a guy that's taller than you. However, it's just better in the sense that I don't want to say compatibility because you can be really compatible with a guy that's shorter than you, but sex is better with a guy that's taller. It is better, But sex is not bad with a guy that's shorter either. It's really not bad. Like, he just needs to be confident in his height, and he needs to be confident in his abilities, and you really won't even feel this height difference. Like, I've liked a boy that's shorter than me. I've never felt the height difference, but I definitely saw he felt the height difference from his end, but I've never felt it. I remember when I went to Germany, I felt at home. I was walking and I'm like, everyone is my height. What the hell? And then if they're not my height, they're super tall. And I realized, oh, but I can actually find a nigga that's taller than me, way taller than me. I don't have to be with a short guy. You're allowed to pick and choose. I'm probably gonna marry a tall guy because I really want tall kids. Like, I don't want to fuck around and birth a short baby, but being a short guy, and I know how they feel, and I know how it makes them feel, and I know how they feel less of a man because I'm taller than them. I prefer being with taller guys that are not intimidated by me being as tall as them, though. These short guys that are intimidated by, they never get over it. It's always gonna bother them deep down inside, and it's not worth it, honestly. It's really hard finding a guy that's not affected by it, though. I prefer taller guys because I found it easier. They're more confident around me. They're able to be a man around me. Whereas a short guy comes off way too strong, or it's just always gonna be a topic of discussion, or he'll always bring it in, and it gets tiring. My Mr. Tall, or Mrs. Tall is just waiting for you here. I'm waiting for you here. The pros of being tall, well, firstly are the legs. You just automatically have legs for days. It's amazing, guys. You just have legs for days. Your legs are naturally just built. Then you're just like, yawns. I like being tall. I love the fact that I stand out. I feel there's comfort in being out of place. I love that. I find comfort in being out of place. I like the fact that when I walk into a room, everybody looks at me because I'm tall. And then to top it off, it's a beautiful tall girl. So it's like, damn, shawty, who are you? Who is this walking in? Because trust me, wherever you go as a tall person, people are always going to look at you. It's just so crazy because when I go to town, I get stares. And I'm like, why are you staring at me? And then some people are confident enough and they pick up that you become uncomfortable by them staring at you, and they'll come to you and they'll be like, no, you have such a beautiful height. And you're like, oh, okay, thank you. Because I used to wonder, are you staring at me because there's something wrong with me? Do I look weird? Am I just weird? Is there something off? But trust me, girls, they are not staring at you for anything else but the fact that you're beautifully tall and they want to be your height. Like, that's it. It's admiration. I take pride in it. Like, I'll be like, stare at me, bitch. You're never going to be this high anyway. So, I mean, the least I can let you do is stare at me. Another perk is people are naturally just intimidated by tall people. Another pro for me is the fact that I don't get picked up and thrown around like short girls. Because people really treat short girls like toys. It's not nice. I don't like it. I've seen it happen to my short friends, and it's not cool at all. I don't find it a con that I stand out in a photo. I find comfort in being out of place. We only grow out of our comfort zone, and you get to be out of the comfort zone your whole life. You're not in it. But all I can say is I've spoken to a lot of girls in Namibia, and most of them are 1.7 to 1.75. And they think they are really tall. They think they have tall girl problems, but they really don't. Trust me, you don't have tall girl problems at all. It's just that you're in a country where the average height is 1.6. So guys that are tall are like 1.7 to 1.78. Trust me, you are not tall. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you are not tall. If you want to be tall, you have to be 1.8. You are 1.75. Girl, you are just the height of the beginning of what it's like to be tall. In Finland, the average height is 1.8. So if you're ever feeling too big for this world, no, girl, you're just too big for Namibia. Or you're just too big for your country. Just leave. There are tall guys out there. There are guys that love tall girls. If you're so worried about finding a man, these are small things. Like, height doesn't bring you happiness. What? Like, what? No. Don't stop living trying to wait for something that's actually not going to be that great. You know? If you meet a guy, if you meet your David, your Napoleon, and you like him, don't ever let height be a determining factor. Ever. Because I used to be like, oh, my Mr. Tall, my Mr. Tall, Mr. Tall. Then I actually got a Mr. Tall, or I've been getting Mr. Talls, and Mr. Talls are just, they're literally just like the Napoleons, honestly. They're just tall. Don't be scared of a short nigga either. You know what they say about short niggas? The best thing you can do is to love yourself. It's to accept who you are. You can't do anything about your height. I love my height. I'm not ashamed of my height anymore. I can stand here today, stand tall. You know, that's the saying. It's saying you should stand tall. I am tall, so, and I'm already standing. You know, you already got that, girl. You already got standing tall naturally. Besides the shopping and you need more money to buy extra length clothes, no, yeah. Besides that, being tall is great, and being a tall girl is even better. We're beautiful with the fact that we can see on top of your heads. We're beautiful with the fact that you have to find us and we can't find you. Being the tall girl, people always think you can be backup for their goddamn fights. I ain't no fighter. I'm not a fighter. I don't fight. Just because I'm tall, you can't just assume that I'm going to be your backup. I'm not going to be your backup, girl. I ain't your bodyguard. Like, can you short girls just stop? Because I'm really tired of going out and I meet a girl and she's like, oh, you can be my backup. No, girl, I ain't your backup, bitch. I ain't your bodyguard. You on your own. Go fight your own battles. What the hell? Why must I fight for you, fuck? But anyways, like, don't pay no mind. These people like to treat us like bodyguards. We ain't no bodyguards. The only guarding of the body should be your own, and that's it. Once you fully accept your height and accept that you are a tall girl and accept that it will be difficult to find love in the sense that people are intimidated by your height. Short men have short nigga complex. Tall men have tall nigga complex. Like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to start about how I've gone out and you meet a tall guy and now he needs to make sure he's taller than you, because if he's not taller than you, then is he really tall? And his whole life has been a lie because he's always been the tallest, and now there's this tall girl and now he's like, oh my god. It's like short nigga complex on a tall dude when he meets a tall girl. It's literally the same. Own your throne, sis, because it's the only throne you'll ever get to rule fully, unapologetically, with no help, nothing at all, just your own goddamn throne. So motherfucking own it, girl. Have your height requirements. Look down at people. Let people look up to you. It's not your fault, girl. Own it. Embrace it. Because you are it. And everybody wants to be it.
Come fly with me.